My phone degrees. Feels a little colder than that, though. The weather outside is nice and cool. I think we're only waiting for 2 more cars to come out of tech. And when after they tech them, you know, the pit guy wants to look them over, make sure the fuel line got put back on there right, stuff like that. Here we are. Pro Truck A main event. This is the big one for day number 3. The Dirt Nitro Challenge. Coverage brought to you by A Main Hobbies and Team Associated RC Cars. Remember, we want to see how you're currently viewing our broadcast. Please send us your pics. It's going to be fan mail at liverc.com. Fan mail at liverc.com.
The track wasn't so wet, we could get the Camden Lime and Ryan Pavitas race going on. Who won that last year? I don't even remember. Camden? That's the way he remembers it, at least. Oh, Camden's off. Couldn't even make the triple. Didn't even go double single. Put your hand on backwards, more aerodynamic that way. You'll never make it. Oh, he did make it. Oh, heel clicker off the top side. $5 says he's never going to make it around. And Jose Luis Godino. Oh, Godino's down. He's back up and heading back to his seat because he's super tired.
Uh-oh, looks like we got Camden Lime on the track racing somebody.
Godino, you'll see him in action tomorrow in the Legends class.
Camden Lime, 11 years old. Hopefully he doesn't eat it. We're just waiting for some trucks to get out of tech inspection right now. We've already done our driver introductions. I want to thank everybody for tuning in here. Been a long day of main events. This is the one we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for a lot of them, but this is the big one. This is the Pro Truggy A main event. We want to. Do we have any more fan mail? I'm going to check into that right now. Oh, yeah, we got a lot. We're going to have some fan mail up for you shortly. There's a good look at the track. A lot of water on the track. See that? It's kind of glossy. It's going to be a little bit greasy out there. I went out there, put my hand on the track. That's that really dark areas you saw earlier. That's what's shiny now. Got a good coat of water on it. Looks like it's going to be greasy and slick. There's that Moon Crater corner. That's going to help that corner, actually. It's not going to be so dusty right there. All right, look at pit lane there. We got guys warming their cars up. We're getting ready to rock here. Aaron has something to say to everybody. He's standing on pit lane. Looks like they're trying to get Spencer Ripken's truck started. There it goes. It's running now. Cody Newmandahl, Brent Felke. There's Thomas Tran. He's taking all of our photos, some of our photos for liverc.com, all the ones that are being posted with Aaron Waldron on our homepage. Looking at Chat room going on. Come on, Dakota. There we go. They're throwing them out. Warm-ups beginning. Pro Truggy A main event. Our A main pit cam right there. We're looking at Jerome Tregner, Paul King, Adam Drake, Tim Long, Ryan Lutz on track. We're still in our warm-up laps right now. This is the big one. Look at all the spectators around the track. David Ronifok, Joe Bornhorst right there. This is your warm-up lap or two. Pro Truggy A main event. Coverage brought to you by Team Associated and A Main Hobbies. Track temperatures are way down. I did a little track walk. The mid-step after the triple, then the downhill, that mid-step, the inside lip is completely gone. We might not have too many problems with the pro class here, but we saw some of the expert drivers singling through there. Mayfield mentioned after the e-buggy main that he had trouble right there. He had to refigure his line. There's Cavalieri and Savoia. Track a little bit greasy right now. I think it's going to get really tacky, though, also. Most of the guys going back to a small pin tire, just kind of walked to the tech area. Couldn't see all the trucks. After warm-up earlier, a lot of guys had a larger pin. We saw Cavalieri right there, not really being able to jump that middle step up. On track in warm-up right now. You're going to get a look, a little preview look here. These guys get an extended warm-up. Hopefully that doesn't rub anybody wrong in the other classes. They only get like 1 or 2 laps. That's it. There's your TQ, Ryan Mayfield. Spencer Rivkin on the track right now. Track cooling down. Temperature, the outside temperature is only cooled down about less than 10 degrees, but the temperature on the track is definitely down. They got a good coat of water on it. Might be a little bit greasy at first. These guys, though, this is the pro class. You see that shining spot right there before the front step up? That's just water laying there. That Moon Crater corner, it's going to help that corner, that one after the starting straightaway. Spencer Rivkin maybe checking his trim or his brakes, and they're calling them in. Here we go. We're about to get started here. Pro Truggy A main event. There's your starting grid. Ty Tessmann there in the second spot. Joe Bornhorst. Joe Pillar's doing a little needle adjustment for Jared Tebow. I'm sure Jared Tebow's family watching. Hello, Megan, Rosalind, and Cole out in Raymore, Missouri.
We know Cole's watching.
Yeah, we know Cole's watching. We got some fan mail earlier. Ryan Mayfield's fiance is here actually watching in person. Chloe back east with, that is Dakota Fenn's girlfriend. Hello. Ty Tessmann's sister Jessie, if you're watching, hello. Ryan Lutz's wife, Christine, and he's got Kaylee and Trevor. Hello if you're watching in right here. We're about ready to get started. David Ronifok, his girlfriend is Jennifer, back in suite. Here we are, about ready to get started here. Jake Thayer's already topped off Ryan Mayfield. Ty Tessmann looking the other direction at the moment. Here we go, about ready to get started. Look at Camden line back there. Down and quiet right there. Good start so far. No real carnage coming out of Crater Corner. Your leader, Ryan Mayfield. Tessmann right behind him. Nice start. Mayfield clips the pipe. Tessmann's going to hit the back of him and then just kind of leaves. We hear people laughing outside or cheering, not sure. Going to let Cavalieri move into that second spot. So it's Tessmann, Cavalieri, Mayfield, Bornhorst right there.
You know, we weren't really sure what was going to happen here at the start of this one, and hopefully, honestly, that's it. Have that be the extent of what happens here between this race and just have it be a good, clean battle for everybody else.
I agree.
And Tessmann's won this race, I believe, four Pro Truck titles in the last 6 years, and definitely a strong contender here to win this one. Look at Joe Bornhorst keeping up with the top three guys as they break away by over 2 seconds to Jared Tebow in fifth and everyone else.
Mayfield and Cavalieri get together. Mayfield jumps right back to the inside of Cavalieri. Cavalieri goes wide. I think he might have slowed down a little bit. They're like, yeah, that was my bad.
Yep.
Tessmann out in front. He's got himself about a 2-second lead now over Mayfield. These guys hugging that pipe right there so they can jump that step up. About a foot off the pipe. That lip is totally deteriorated. We're watching the battle for second spot right there. Mayfield, Cavalieri, Bornhorst. Tessmann with the 2-second lead right now. Uh-oh, what's going on there? That looks like Mayfield is reeling in Tessmann. We're about to have a battle for the lead here.
Let's hope it's clean.
Yeah, let's keep it clean. Tessmann gave him a little love tap earlier in the race.
It's way too early here in the race for this to go on.
Yeah, and they got the rest of the field right behind them. Mayfield sending it into that second roller. Through the Crater Corner. Oh, Mayfield a little bit too wheel in there. They both go high on the berm turn. Mayfield gets on the pipe. Nice save, though. Wow. I don't know how he saved from hitting that hay bale.
I don't know.
And look at that. Joe Bornhorst right there. He's waiting to capitalize on any mistakes. I'm not sure a race of this caliber if Joe Bornhorst has ever led at one of these races yet, but we're about to get a taste of what he's capable of. Joe Bornhorst, we're looking at a HB right in front, TLR second, Techno third, as Team Associated fourth.
Kyosho fifth.
Kyosho
five
fifth.
Different trucks in the top five. And interestingly, Mayfield, a 3-time national champion in the 8-scale truck class, has never won this race in truck.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
How many times has he won buggy? Just last year?
No, 3.
Wow, that's impressive.
2013, 2015, and 2009.
Nice.
Yeah.
On track right there with Mayfield and Bornhorst. That's the battle for not too far behind Tessmann. The top four breaking away a little bit. Jared Tebow 4.3 seconds back in that fifth spot. This is the long race. We already know anything.
Bornhorst's strategy for right now is to throw a tow rope around Mayfield's wing and just try to hang on as long as possible.
Yep.
Because if he can stay up in the top 3 or top 4 for, 20, 30 minutes of this, he's got a real shot at a podium finish.
There's just so much concentration happening out there, man. I mean, it's crazy when you're in these 45-minute A-mains. Mayfield made a slight mistake. Bornhorst going to not really catch him, but he's right there. They're not letting Ty get out of their sights yet, that's for sure. Your top four only within 2 seconds of each other. It's Tessmann, Mayfield, Bornhorst, Cavalieri.
Mayfield and Joe Bornhorst both jumping way off of that first roller on the back right corner. I didn't really get to see if Tessmann did the same thing that lap, but have to imagine, looks like all four of these guys pretty much run the same line. It's not, that the track is really that difficult. It's just that it's starting to break up to the point where the fast way around the track, wow, Mayfield's car turned like 45 degrees to the right, sliding up to the face of the step up and brings it back in. There's really only one fast way through all these bumps. It looks like Mayfield's a little bit on edge right now, touching the pipe there, made the mistake a couple corners before that. Looks like he might be pushing a little bit to try to keep touch with Tessmann.
He's on a mission. So is Bornhorst there, but you know what? I don't know if, these guys are breaking away a little bit from the rest of the pack. That's nice. It's not just a one-car breakaway. We're going to have ourselves a race here. Pit strategies. Mayfield goes upside down right there. Anti-turn marshal device in that truck. $29.95 here in the trailer. But look at that. Even that with that mistake, they're right on Ty Tessmann again.
Tessmann's truck looked like it struggled getting out of the hole that time, and it allowed Mayfield to catch right up to the bottom. But
got a four-way battle for the lead about to shape up here. Over the front step. Oh, man. Mayfield cases it, but he recovers well, doesn't have to get marshaled. Bornhorst right there. If anything happens between, something right there too. It like lagged out of the corner again.
Yeah, usually Tessmann's the one that's got some serious bottom end power in that OS-powered HB truck, and it just doesn't seem like it. Maybe he's taking it a little bit easy, trying to save something, or if
I'm
the
not
truck,
sure.
The clutch maybe isn't quite broken in yet. I imagine they probably did something new, but you see right there, like even Mayfield's car just seems to have a little more pop off the bottom, and that could be the difference, especially later in the race.
That interview last night after qualifying, Mayfield said, I am so pleased with my engine program. My Reds engine, it's like driving a two-wheel mod car. I have so much linear power. Tessmann right there. He plants it into a pothole now. That's going to give the lead to Mayfield. Bornhorst into second.
8 and 9.
Yeah, you can never count Cavalieri out. I mean, It's amazing, these guys. Year after year, always up there towards the front of the pack. It's Mayfield, Bornhorst, Tessmann, and Cavalieri, your top four. We're going to have an A-main instant replay right now for our viewers. Oh, man, nice one.
Sticks the landing. We were talking about Pudge luck the other night. Well, that was Mayfield luck.
That was like one of those gymnastic moves, and they just stomp it.
That, and then the way that he, caught the face of the step-up jump. Looks like we may have lost a lead change there.
Nope, it's Mayfield out front,
Okay.
Bornhorst second. Yeah, I thought that myself at first.
But
they don't want to let Mayfield get cruising and get out there in cruise mode and get ahead, too far ahead of them. We're going to start seeing some pits happening now. We're at the 7:30 mark. Not sure what their pit strategy is.
Got to imagine these guys are probably going to try to go, I think you got to go 9 to cut a stop out from the 7.5 minute strategy. So
I'm not sure if anybody's going to go 9 in this one, but I could be wrong. Bornhorst coming into pit right there, and
Joe's
he is
not
out.
going to
He's on the
attempt the
7:30 program, so Bornhorst going 7:30. That must have been a fast pit stop. I mean, he was like in and out of there.
Yeah, it looks
he
like
was in second position.
And now he's right behind Cavalieri, so he only lost 2 spots, dropping to 4th.
Man, he's in the first pit stall. I was just down there. Matt Walters right there, right when you come up pit lane.
Yep.
Here's an A-main instant replay of your lead. Oh, his back A-arm hits the pipe right there. Yep. When those pipes are squared off like that, they're sticking up a little in the corners.
Lucky he didn't catch a stake.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't rip and saw off the back A-arm.
Exactly. Yeah, if he had hit one of those pipe stakes, that'd be game over.
Mayfield, your leader. He's got a 3-second lead on Tessmann. Tessmann with the 1.8-second lead on Cavalieri. Cavalieri with the 1.7-second lead on Bornhorst. We're going to start seeing some pit stops. There's your leader, Ryan Mayfield, right now. It's 8:52. Not sure if he came in the last lap or not. He had a 39. Nope. Must be his pit lap here. So several guys probably on the 9-minute pit strategy. And here he comes into pit lane. That's your leader, Ryan Mayfield. Kevin Gahan, Jake Thayer. He's in, he's out. Other guys coming in. Tessmann in, Cavalieri in. Mayfield gets out, and there's Bornhorst right there with him on track.
So Joe definitely had a quick pit stop. It looked like maybe Thayer had a little bit of trouble getting the fuel gun into the body.
Yeah, there's a little bit shaky. Oh, Bornhorst, nice move. Hey, Joe Bornhorst, super nice guy. Yep. I'm sure he's going, okay, hey, man, my bad.
If anything, that was probably scary for him, because if they had tangled together and lose a ton of track time.
Yep.
Bornhorst stomping on the brakes, had to again.
Now.
Yeah. He's trying to keep up front. No reason to push the issue right now, and a crash would be a lot bigger issue than if he just hangs out behind Mayfield. He knows Mayfield's going to be fast enough to win this race, so if he's making a run up on him in a couple of the corners, then that's probably a confidence builder for him. He thinks that, man, maybe if Ryan's out front, no one's catching us from behind, and I'm having to hit the brakes so I don't run him over.
That's true.
Maybe I've got something for him later.
Interesting enough, Joe Bornhorst only been racing, 4 years?
Yeah,
look at this guy out there.
Yeah, the motocross background, just like Tebow, picked it up really quickly, and man,
Ken in line trying to wave Mayfield on in the corner right there. I'm not sure if Mayfield's down for that. We'll see.
Joe just dove to the inside again there after the step down, and had to check up again.
Look who's catching him.
Yeah,
in frame right there, that's going to be Ty Tessmann, Ryan Cavalieri right there behind Tessmann. So here's the interesting thing. Joe Bornhorst is going to have to go one more pit stop than the other guys.
That's true. Have to wonder if Mayfield's kind of holding up Joe right now, and that's what's going to allow Tessmann and Cavalieri to stack up behind him. Both of them, a little monkey see, monkey do right there.
That's
both
true.
hitting the pipe, jumping down the hill on that left-hand corner.
They got a lot of water on the track, so there's a lot of ruts right there on that roller as you after the Bornhorst upside down.
No.
That's going to let
Nice
Tessmann
save.
go by.
Still in it.
11:15 down, a lot of racing to go. Your leader, Ryan Mayfield, Ty Tessmann in the second spot, Joe Bornhorst third, Ryan Cavalieri third. The top three, we see they're on a 9-minute pit strategy. 3 of the 4, that is. Joe Bornhorst is going 7 minutes and 30 seconds. So we got TLR in the lead, HB in the second spot, Techno third, Team Associated in the 4th spot, Dakota Fenn now up to 5th, Rivkin in the 6th, Lutz in the 7th, Truggy 8th. We have 33 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in this one. A lot of racing to go. We're on track right there with Ty Tessmann and Joe Bornhorst right there in frame also. That's your leader, Ryan Mayfield. Bornhorst, he's just kind of following these guys around.
Cavalieri is starting to lose touch with the top 3. He's 2.7 seconds behind Bornhorst last time by the line. Only 1.8 seconds separating Mayfield, Tessmann, and Joe. So Cavalieri is going to have to pick up the pace a little bit, hope that something shakes out, or he's going to be left in the dust.
We've watched this before, though. I think, Silver State last year, the first time at that track? Was it Silver
RC
State?
tracks?
Yeah, man, he can just reel some things in sometimes.
That's true.
Jared Tebow ended up with the win there on that one, though. Bornhorst, man, he is putting it just right next to that pipe, just an inch or so away.
Tessmann, and again, Bornhorst doing the same mistake in the car right ahead of him, touching the left tires onto the pipe there, heading into the keyhole corner, and both of them getting lucky again, but you can only survive that so many times.
We thought something was wrong with Tessmann's truck earlier, but obviously not. He's right there, only like 1.7 seconds back from Mayfield. On the TV screen right now, it might seem like, Mayfield's starting to get a little bit of gap, and he is, but one mistake, and they are right there. Tessmann not quite making it up that middle step up, but that's probably not his fault or the truck's fault. There's no lip right there. There's like a 2-foot gap where there's absolutely no lip.
Yeah, and it's not instinctual or not really natural to square off that corner and hit the absolute inside of the lip because it sets you up so poorly for the next right corner. So it's making that section really awkward.
To get out, that could be a going on. I don't know if it would be engine. Not sure.
Whoa! Hard
right
into the
there.
pipe in the berm turn. Ty looked like he's driving a little bit hard now. And that's not really something we usually get from him. Right now, it looks like Joe, he has the advantage of being able to follow, which is a lot easier than leading. You don't have to worry about playing defense. But, when we saw Joe behind Mayfield, he was having to stomp on the brakes to not run him over. He's had to do the same thing a couple times here for Tessmann. He drops back a little bit, catches right up onto the wing mounts, and then, has to stomp on the brakes again to avoid a collision. So it'd be interesting to see what Joe can do when he's out front, if he gets out front.
If he gets out front, it's Mayfield. Yeah, I agree. Mayfield right there. Ty Tessmann not letting him get too far out of his sights. Joe Bornhorst right there in that 3rd spot. They have a little bit of a cushion on Cavalieri. Now, Cavalieri right there in the picture still, too. Bornhorst doesn't quite make the middle step.
Cavalieri did catch up about a second last lap, so he's not out of this one.
Dakota Fenn in the 5th spot, 15 seconds back from that lead group. This is Nitro Racing, 45-minute A-Main event and Pro Truck here. Coverage brought to you by amainhobbies.com. And Cody King getting wild there in the middle of the track. We're looking at Bornhorst and Cavalieri.
Joe dropping back a little bit from Ty, but this is what we've seen him do a couple of times already in this first 15 minutes. Get back about a section.
We're going to see Joe come in right now. We're at the 15-minute mark. He's on the 7:30 pit window. Unless he had a whole bunch of gas that first time, they're going to keep him out there. We'll see what his pitmen tell him to do. We're going to keep our eye on Bornhorst right now. He was on a 7:30 pit strategy on the first lap. He should come in right now, but he does. There he is. He's in nice. See, they grab him. He's not even on pit lane right there.
He doesn't have to go up.
He doesn't have to go up. They grab him on that downside. Another fast pit lap. He's going to have to go one more pit if they keep that up, though, than the rest of the guys. I don't know how that's going to work out for him.
Having stopped at the 7:30 mark, it wouldn't do him any good then to stretch it any further. He would have to go like an extra 45 seconds.
That's
He'd have to go almost 10 after that to get back on the same amount of pit stops. So
I got to get my Nitro legs back under me and figure all the math out again.
Yeah, they've pretty much committed to that 7:30 strategy, and maybe that's kind of something where they can let her eat. Drive hard and don't worry about fuel mileage. Just we'll get you in every 7:30. Just do what you need to do. Some of the guys that are trying to go 9. You get by the line at an 8:45 and you're trying to, pedal it a little bit. Was that someone crashing out of the way?
I'm not sure there, but we're on track with Ryan Cavalieri. It's Mayfield, Tessmann, Cavalieri. Bornhorst in the 4th spot. It looks like Tessmann. I just seen him go out of frame there. Cavalieri right there. We're coming up on 16. Yeah, Cavalieri goes upside down. That's Savoia. I believe he's a lap down, though. Yes, he is. He's pulling over for Cavalieri.
That was kind of an awkward.
Mayfield with the
anticipated Cavalieri's mistake.
Yep, sorry about that.
No problem.
Yep.
We're both excited.
Yeah, I love you.
All right, Mayfield getting out to a 2-second gap. This is the biggest lead he's had so far on Tessmann. Cavalieri another 4.5 seconds behind Tessmann. So starting to turn into a little bit of a 2-horse race. Hopefully Bornhorst can hang on to Cavalieri here and make that a battle for the 3rd spot. As we pick up with Spencer Rifkin here, rounding out the top 5. Have to imagine he's going to be a little bit stronger tomorrow night in the buggy main. But right now, running up ahead of pretty stacked field. Fan, Lutz, Ronald Falk, Stees, and King rounding out the top 5. Tough luck for Jared Tebow. Has had a few really long laps running down the 15th spot, pretty much out of this one.
We have a lead change on the track.
Mayfield must have made a mistake.
And this is going to be their pit lap. This is going to be the 18-minute mark. Let's see what happens here. Tessmann your leader, Mayfield second, Cavalieri about 2.5 seconds back there. They go over the triple jump. They're starting to work their way through traffic. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but it's going to be Tessmann and Mayfield. This should be their pit lap. We're going to watch them right now.
Who's going to be faster in and out of pit lane?
That's true.
And we saw Thayer have a little bit of a
Here
bobble
they
with
come.
the fuel gun, and we
They're
know
both
Gordon
in for
Leander
pit. Here we go. It's a pit lane race. Gahan, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. Gord. Oh, man.
Wow.
You know what, though?
Gord look back at Ryan
Gord
before they
back
let him down?
to not put his truck down in front of Cavalieri, who was flying through pit lane.
Right.
So he's trying to be kind there. So don't let anybody misread that one.
Yeah.
He was looking for Cavalieri flying in. Didn't want to disrespect Cavalieri coming into pit lane. Ended up hitting Mayfield. But they're still in the same exact position that they went in.
And look how,
there's
boom,
Bornhorst
fast
in the
that
lead.
was. When he looked back, Mayfield was still up on the blocks. And then he turned his head back around and looked forward as to where he was putting Ty's truck. And by that time, Mayfield had already accelerated into it. So that wasn't
battle
anything
for
dirty.
the lead now. It's good and interesting. It's Tessmann and Mayfield. They're on the same pit strategy. Mayfield on the outside. There's a lot of racing left to go. Almost 26, a little over 26 minutes left.
Gotta hope all 3 of these guys get through the race without a mechanical issue and let them decide it on the track.
That's right. And where's Cavalieri? There he was. He's just a little bit back from them. If you notice that I don't know if that was on purpose or what, but that's going to let Bornhorst get right on the back door
Kind of
of
looked
Mayfield.
like a brake check to me.
Could have been, but I noticed Mayfield, though. He gets a little traction roll there, and Bornhorst's going to go by for second now. Now we're seeing a little bit of excitement.
I really hope Joe doesn't hold up Ryan here and let Ty get away.
I don't think so. Joe's been holding his own. Oh, look at that nice pass on the nice jump pass over the roller by Ryan Mayfield. That was like, I know you're going fast, but watch it, because I'm going faster.
I wonder if he had planned that ahead of time or if he had already been, because Joe didn't jump off the roller. Ryan's been doing it every time.
He's done it a few times.
Yeah.
That's like, I was wondering something until the main event. He'd do it one time in practice and go, hey, I got that. Then in the main event, he would go for it. Now we're looking at Mayfield has caught Tessmann again, knocking on his back door.
Nice and easy over the triple. Looks like Mayfield has a little bit better
Tessmann
line landing
with a little
that
bobble.
triple. Yeah, Ty making a little bit of a mistake. And Ryan just looking for a way by. He's kind of in the new age Ryan Dungey mode where he's not wasting time making passes. I think he'd rather just lead.
He's been at Alton Baker's house.
Yeah,
he's on fire.
And Ty just slamming the door.
Yep, not this turn. And then look at who's there, right there in the mix. I believe Cavalieri is right there as well. All four drivers, less than a second separating, only about a second separating them all. Nice battle, clean racing going on right here. Ryan Mayfield, Ty Tessmann. And
Mayfield bouncing off the pipe a little
Tessmann's
bit there.
done that a couple times in that corner. Mayfield seems to be faster right there.
Tie up on the pipe. Mayfield by for the lead.
Daddy Crater got him on that one.
Yep. Trying to use it to turn the truck, and it turned too much.
Yep.
And Ryan getting by.
He clips the back of Mayfield, or Mayfield gets sideways. Tessmann going to go back by.
I have to wonder how much these guys are in each other's heads after that electric buggy race, too. Seriously, I mean, both of those guys are known for being pretty rock solid and not having those things bother them. So,
here comes Pudge.
Yeah, and the fact that Cavalieri wasn't involved in it in the e-buggy race, he might have the mental advantage right now.
I think when they're out there, Cavalieri has the mental advantage anyway. He's got so many championships. I mean, man, this kid, they used to say he's the next Kinwald, and he surpassed that big time.
Yeah, by a ways.
There we go.
I'm sure I'm going to get blown up for saying that, too.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
About what? Kinwald?
Yeah, saying that Cavalieri, the fact that we said that Cavalieri surpassed what Kinwald did in his career, I have a feeling is going to blow up the chat room. I'm just not going to bother looking.
I don't care. Look at
Mayfield
here.
diving to the inside, making the pass
this.
before the triple. Mayfield's truck's been extremely strong on the right hand side.
Mayfield got around him right there. Tessmann is going to have to land it. Oh, nice. He got some help from Cavalieri. He's had some struggle coming out of that corner onto that double. Hits a rut right there. So Mayfield, man, he's going, oh, man, I got to get out of here.
Yeah. And this would be a great chance with Tessmann playing defense on Cavalieri here. That could stack them up a little bit. If Joe gets involved, you get three of them mixing up. And, if Mayfield can clear these lap guys and, more importantly, avoid mistakes.
Oh, no. Tessmann upside down. He just nails the backside of that double jump. Mayfield he's trying to get around Tanner Denny. Yeah.
That was almost really bad. If he had caught one of the posts that holds up pit lane there, race over.
It's Mayfield now. Cavalieri into the second spot. Mayfield going around the Daddy Crater.
Up into the berm, and Cavalieri and trying to keep pace with him, but this could be maybe the spot where Mayfield starts to inch away a little bit.
Looks like they're going to come up on Tanner Stees right there, if I'm seeing that paint job correct. Mayfield, your leader, that's who we're tracking with here. It's the Pro Truck A main event. 21:40 left on the master clock. Mayfield, he just scrubs that. Cavalieri right there, right behind him. Cavalieri only 1.6 seconds back.
It's not the first time Mayfield's drugged the front tires up that step-up jump, and that could bite him one of these times. He's gotten really, really lucky. Cavalieri lost about 0.2 of a second last time by, dropping down 1.7 seconds. He's got a 2.5 second gap on Tessmann, so he doesn't have to worry about behind him, and he can look forward. Mayfield coming up on a little bit of traffic, and that's going to help Cavalieri out as well. Looks like Mayfield did get around Stees, so that advantage is gone. But Cavalieri, I think at this point, going a little wide there, dropping down the hill. Let Mayfield get away, and it's starting to happen. Lead up to 3.7 seconds, or sorry, 1.7
cases it on that
seconds.
triple right there. Tanner Stees has to check up to not hit him. He is a lap down.
And Cavalieri and Mayfield pretty much identical laps last time by, so the lead is at 1.7 seconds. Stees getting way out of the way, letting Cavalieri go to the inside. And Mayfield, looking really good, dropping down the hill that lap. Much better than Cavalieri up on the wrong side of the pipe.
Doesn't really lose any time there. Man, did you see that? He just barely touched that step up.
Yeah, crazy. 1.7 seconds again, pretty much identical laps down to, the 10th. Making up a few thousandths of a second really doesn't mean a whole lot here at this point. 24:45 down, 20:15 left to go. Just past the halfway mark. And
Bornhorst must have pitted already. I see he's got a 45-1. That should have been his pit lap unless he went upside down. We're not sure about that.
He would have had to have pitted at 22:30 if they're still on the 7:30 strategy. So,
Mayfield upside down, traction rolls all by himself. Cavalieri makes the pass. Now they're a drag race right there onto that back straightaway. This is nothing new. Ryan Cavalieri and Ryan Mayfield, longtime teammates on Team Associated. Cavalieri looking at the lead for the first time in this race.
Thought maybe that it was Tessmann's clutch that just, wasn't quite perfect, but I'm starting to think maybe it's just that Mayfield's truck's got mad rip.
But I think you're right, because Cavalieri looks like that after the rollers, too. He kind of looks like he's hesitating coming out of the corner.
Motored up on the rear wing of Cavalieri's truck.
Oh, man, he's on the rail in the pipe.
Yeah, he came up on Cavalieri. Thing in the ballpark, but
man, this is a great
corners. Mayfield's truck just shoots right up onto the front of, or right up onto the rear wing of Cavalieri, and maybe that horsepower, that's the Reds racing horsepower he's talking about, having the advantage here. See if he can do something with it.
Yeah, he really likes his engines. Right. Cavalieri gets upside down. Yep. He cases that double. We've watched Tessmann have a little bit of trouble coming out of that corner as well.
And that's where the open class guys.
Look at who's hot on their heels. Is that Tanner Stees or is that Tessmann?
That's Tessmann right there.
Well, he was 1.7
seconds behind before the mistake. Cavalieri dropped down to the second spot behind Mayfield. And, that's Tessmann right with him.
Two-wheel motion. If Tessmann and Cavalieri start trying to dice with each other here, Mayfield's going to get a little bit of a gap and a breather, but these guys are smart. These aren't rookies we're talking about out there. First, second, and third, and we're going to be coming up. This should be their pit lap. Right now, we're going to watch all three drivers come in with each other. There's your leader, Mayfield. Cavalieri second, gets up on the pipe. Oh, man.
Wow.
Something happened. Nope, maybe not.
Yeah, Cavalerieri's
something happened to Cavalerieri's truck right there.
I'm going to go find out.
I'm
going to go find out what happened.
Going to leave us right now to go find out what happened. Here comes the pit lap now. We're going to watch your leader come into pit. He's getting a little bit sideways, and there's going to be Tessmann right behind him. So your leader Mayfield in the pit. He's up on the blocks. Jake Thayer throwing the fuel gun in, and he's out. Tessmann is out right behind him. There's the battle. Tessmann's going to have to deal with the car coming out of pit lane. What a truck man this is so far. Something just happened to Ryan Cavalieri's truck. He was in contention for the win there. And Cavalieri coming out of pit, he was out of gas. Wow. Cavalieri ran out of gas out there. He was on a 9-minute pit strategy. We know with this MX engine programming, that's an OS-based engine. They get great gas mileage. He's over there in the pits with Dynamite Dan Hissam. He's well known for two-stroke knowledge on how to maximize fuel mileage. So that's going to put Bornhorst up in the third spot. Spencer Rivkin is 8.6 seconds back. But if you look on the clock, Bornhorst less than 2 behind the leaders. He looks like he could be stretching it out a little bit there. Bornhorst your top 3, then Rivkin, Ronafalk, and Ryan Lutz. Aaron coming back into the studio right here. He ran out there to try to get a live report. Looks like he flamed out, ran out of fuel.
And
good.
His pit
He's
crew,
going to be hot.
Yeah, Louis Cavalieri and Dan Hissam, his pit crew today. And they didn't want to say it, but I watched Louis put the fuel gun in the truck and pull the trigger, and the entire gun empty.
Gotcha.
So, out of fuel.
Here we are with Joe Bornhorst. He's in the third spot.
Second spot.
Second. What happened to Ty Tessmann? Was there a wreck?
41.8 last time.
41.8.
Must have been. Yep, because it's a. Oh yeah, that's right. No.
Oh, that's true. When they came in, I thought they came out together though, 1 and 2.
Well, no, because the previous lap, it's a 1.2 second gap, and Bornhorst made up more than that on the last lap alone. And Tessmann's pit lap was the previous one, the 45.2. So Tessmann definitely made a mistake.
Bornhorst upside down right there. Anti-turn marshal device gets him back on track.
but unfortunately losing the position and quite a bit of time. It's going to be more than a second lead there for Tessmann over Bornhorst. And Mayfield's lead continuing to grow.
The crowd's going to go crazy if Mayfield wins this here.
Yeah, no
He's got
kidding.
so many people rooting for him in Arizona. On track right there. Yeah, I know, and online, but right there on track with Joe Bornhorst. He's had an excellent race. He's in the second spot right now. Anything can happen. We got 15 minutes left in this one. He's going to have to do 2 more pit stops at least then with 15 minutes left.
Yep. Yeah, he's going to have to.
Now we're on track with David Ronafalk. He's in the 4th spot. He is 13 seconds. Where is he? 17 seconds behind the leader. 13 back, only 11 back now from Bornhorst, who drops to 3rd. Tessmann back into 2nd. Ronafalk in the pit right there. He's in.
Frederick Setterberg grabbing it.
He's
Pierre
out
with the fuel gun.
I didn't realize Setterberg was from Sweden.
Yeah.
So it's Mayfield, Tessmann, Bornhorst. We got 14:20 remaining. And here we are on track with Spencer Rivkin. He's in the 5th spot, 20 seconds behind the leaders.
Yep. Holding on to a top 5 finish so far. Looking forward to seeing how Spencer does in buggy tomorrow night. But certainly got to be happy here with a top 5 finish, especially from 14th on the grid. Bumping up from the B main and working his way into actually now up to 4th now that Ronafalk had pitted last lap. So great run here for another Arizona local. Could have 2 of them in the top 4. Yeah, it's a solid weekend for the young guy.
Yeah, he looks good out there right now, moving up into that 4th spot. Ronafalk, and then now we're on track with Ryan Lutz.
Yeah, Ronafalk and Lutz battle for the 5th position. The defending champion, David Ronafalk, not quite having the same amount of luck here tonight that he did last year. And again, though, got to be happy with the top 5 if he can hold it down over the last 13:25. And he mentioned that, I think it was last night that we talked to him, and he was pretty happy with the truck and thought he could improve on his starting position, and he's absolutely done that by 5 positions so far. So nice to see Ronafalk out here and getting it done on an American track.
Yep. Cody King
in the 7th position. He's running, just had his personal best lap of the race, 32 minutes into it, 39.7. And he's running about 16.5 seconds behind Ryan Lutz. So King's had a little bit of improvement over his 9th place starting spot, moving up to 7th.
Seems like we haven't heard much from him this weekend in qualifying.
Yep. But still has another chance in buggy tomorrow. I mean, he is world champion.
Absolutely. Tanner Denny, following Tanner Denny around track right now. Tanner Denny in the 8th spot. He gets hung up on the pipe right there.
He's 8.5 seconds behind Cody King and 7.9 seconds ahead of Mike Truggy. So sort of isolated in position here. And at this point, just trying to put in the 45 minutes, maybe pick up another couple of spots if someone drops out. And still, I'm sure he's got to be pumped making the truck main here, already in the buggy main. Great Nitro debut here with TLR.
Look at the battle right there. Oh, Ronafalk and Lutz. Lutz traction rolling right there. Getting a little bit of, I don't know what you call that.
Cavalieri trying to unlap himself from that battle.
Yep.
Might be wise for Ronafalk to just let him go, and it looks like he kind of did
he's
there.
on a mission.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Man, that sucks, man. He was in contention there, ran out of gas. We're watching the battle for 5th and 6th. That's Ronafalk and Lutz. Cavalieri trying to unlap himself. Cavalieri not concerned with their positions right now. He's just trying to do everything he can, make up as much ground as he can. He's full wood out there right now. Unfortunate for him, he flamed out earlier in the race.
Mayfield with a 6.2 second lead, so everyone else's worst nightmare is happening. He got out front, he doesn't have any pressure behind him, and
somebody's upside down right there. That bastard might have been Tanner Stees.
I think so.
On track right there with Ronafalk and Lutz.
Still the closest battle, really the only battle in the top 10 right now.
Mayfield, your leader. Tessmann in the 2nd spot. Oh, man, Tessmann's 9 seconds back now.
Yeah, they lost another 3 seconds that last lap. That's not long enough to be a pit lap, so. And plus, they're on the same strategy anyway. Tessmann with another mistake. He's 4.5 seconds up on Joe Bornhorst. So again, Ty just kind of stuck in the middle between two spots there.
We're gonna start seeing some pits pretty soon. I think 36 minutes is going to be their pit window.
Mike Truggy making the truck main here in his Mugen Seiki Racing debut. I'm sure he would have loved to have got up there and battled for the win. He won both classes here in 2008 back at the Nitro pit. But, or 2007, sorry.
Following Reno around right there. Reno is in the 10th spot.
No, I guess it was 2008, my bad. Reno, his TLR debut here in the U.S. Ran the Montpellier GP, which did not have the Truggy class. And talking to Reno this weekend, he's just super happy to be here, loves being on the team. JConcepts engines.
We're about 30 seconds away from our leaders' pit stops. That's going to be coming up here on the 36-minute mark. Tanner Stees is in the pits. He's in, he's out. And 30 seconds. Your leader's still Mayfield. We're going to about 30 seconds away from their pit strategy. Mayfield, Tessmann, Bornhorst, that's your top three. Rivkin, he is 24 seconds behind your leaders. And there's your be in this lap. He'd be in at exactly 36 minutes, maybe 36 and some change. And your leader right there coming out on the back straight, he's got himself an 8.7 second lead on Tessmann at the moment.
You got to be able to get in and out of pit lane without losing the lead. And
he does almost does a donkey roll there.
Yeah.
Oh, and he stays out. He's going to go one
weird.
more.
Oh man, I hope he's good on fuel.
Well, they would know. They're probably checking the fuel gun. He's going to be listening to his pit guys now. Yeah. If we can try to find Tessmann, see if he came in.
But that turns this into a 9-minute and 40-second tank, and that's rough.
That is rough. Hey, maybe he's got the mileage right now.
Yeah.
He'd really be happy with his engine program then.
No kidding. And although, you know, he's not. Oh, you've got to be
Oh, my
kidding.
goodness. And
Ryan
he flames
Mayfield,
out.
Ryan
Oh, my God. No way.
That's exactly what we were talking about, hoping didn't happen.
Are you kidding me? They leave him out there. Ty Tessmann hasn't come in yet, though, either. They're yelling to him to come in that shot in pit lane.
No way.
And he didn't get by for the lap, though, so that's going to kill him.
Yep. So that's over.
Oh, man. Tessmann in pit lane right now. He's your leader.
He's going to be almost
he gets around
a lap
the loop
behind.
for the lap.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow, there's Tessmann. Bornhorst are going to be your leader. Tessmann in second. So Bornhorst just inherited the lead. I'm pretty sure he's getting a little bit sideways right there. Tessmann, or that's Mayfield. That is Tessmann right behind him. Sorry about that.
And unfortunately, Joe's got to pit one more time. So
yep, Joe has to pit again.
Yeah, Ty in a really good spot right now. Doesn't need to force the issue with Joe. Joe should be coming in this lap, getting around him anyway.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Mayfield running out of gas. We were on top of it. We knew that it was his pit window. Right. They left him out there. I can't believe that happened.
How we kept better track of that than
Bornhorst coming in. We got 7:30 remaining. That's a smart move on there. He doesn't have to worry about pitting again. Now, wait a minute. Tessmann's done, though, right? 36?
Yeah.
Yep. Tessmann's done pitting. Between Tessmann and Bornhorst. Ronafalk now in the third spot. He's 15.8 seconds.
The defending champ.
Yeah.
And 10th on the grid. Potentially looking at a podium finish here. He's going to be duking it out with Ryan Lutz for that last spot. 15.5 seconds behind Bornhorst. So that's going to be pretty tough.
I'm jumping around here in the trailer. It's like I'm watching.
I cannot believe.
I'm a fan, and I'm passionate.
Like, I feel, I almost feel bad that we pointed out, like, well, that's going to be going 9 minutes. Now all of a sudden you're going to go 9:45, hoping that they knew better than we did. And
I mean, we don't know. We're not in pit lane. His last pit stop, he could have had so much fuel in that truck. They're like, man, we're leaving him out for another one. Oh, I thought Ronafalk ran out right there.
No.
That's Ryan Lutz, though. That's the battle for third.
Right. I'm not sure what that
Check this out.
for.
Techno.
Yeah.
Up there battling for second and third. Lutz goes a little bit wide right there. So there's Ronafalk. He's currently in third. Your leader, Tessmann. Second spot, Joe Bornhorst. Ronafalk in third. Ryan Lutz in the fourth spot. Spencer Rivkin fifth. Ryan Mayfield still in sixth after the flame out. Cody King seventh. Mike Drury eighth. Tanner Denny in the ninth spot. Cavallari in 10th. Renaud Savoya 11th. Tanner Stees 12th. Dakota Finn back in 13th. And it's Austin Blair and Jared Tebow.
Yeah, you can chalk this one up for Ty if he can finish up here with another 5 minutes and 40 seconds to simply expert racecraft.
Yeah,
Did exactly what you need to do, nailed the strategy, and just got it done.
Yeah, man, I mean, anything can happen. I mean, it's Nitro racing, but I would imagine this is probably, no one wants to win like that, but a win is a win. I mean, what a relief.
I wouldn't mind winning like that.
I don't care. It's the Dirt Nitro Challenge.
Oh, I think when you finish second and the leader gets disqualified over something, like being a couple CCs over, like that's one thing. But, if someone goes out and they just flat out miss their fuel stop, like that's not – that was in their hands. That wasn't in the rulemaker's hands.
Not sure what happened there. I don't know if we'll even get the story or get the interview with Mayfield after this.
I don't even plan on asking yet.
I'm not even going to go over there and grab my car keys. I'm over there with Tim Lime. He's in the TLR pit. But, hey, things happen. And, it was the opposite in the electric buggy race. Ty Tessmann dumped and gave Mayfield the win right there on the last lap.
Yep. Funny because I got called out for saying that on Twitter.
For what? You're not here. Anyway. Right there, that's Ronafalk and Lutz. That's the battle for third. They are 22 seconds back from your leader. 14 seconds back from Joe Bornhorst in that second spot. What a run for Joe Bornhorst. I mean, he's in second right there. Dude, he's only 6 seconds back, and he has one more pit stop.
Yep.
What a race for Joe Bornhorst. It's not over yet. Anything can happen. Yeah. Ty Tessmann, your #1 ranked driver in the world on top25rc.com. He's out there proving that right now.
Oh, Ronafalk with a mistake, and that goes by. Whoa!
Wow.
And then Ronafalk totally Vince Freeze's him.
Look at that. And who's that there? Rivkin? And Rivkin, now it's a three-way battle.
Whoa,
Rivkin just sent
coming out of nowhere.
He's looking for that podium.
Trying to hold it down for the Associated boys after Cavallari running into some rough luck.
And you thought I'm a 10-scale guy, did you?
Right, yeah. Don't call this one a comeback.
How can we even say that here, though? I mean, look at all the championships, Nitro, electric, 10-scale, 8-scale, all the different stuff represented here.
If you can drive, you can drive.
Yep.
And Rivkin can definitely drive. He's got a rearview mirror full of David Ronafalk right now. But,
that's Lutz in third, Rivkin and Ronafalk. That's the battle for fourth. And Rivkin definitely trying to get on the podium. Oh, man, and he donkey flips it. Woo! I thought I saw a broken arm right there. I'm not sure.
That looked, especially the way his truck accelerated away from that bump, that looked bad.
He's on a mission. Look at Mayfield right there. Mayfield in that 6th spot.
Man.
Oh, Ronafalk clips the pipe. Nothing happens to him, though, so it's Tessmann, your leader. Bornhorst 8.6 seconds back. Ryan Lutz in the 3rd spot. He's 12.9 back from Bornhorst. We're coming up now to the final 3 minutes in your A main event for Pro Truck. Your top drivers. The battle on track right now, Lutz, Ronafalk, and Rivkin for that final podium position. Your leader with an 8.4 second lead, Ty Tessmann. Bornhorst in the 2nd spot. Bornhorst was on a Jared Tebow pulling over right there. That or he ran out of gas again. I'm not sure. It looked like Tebow's car. Not sure if he ran out of gas earlier. Just looked like he might have been off the track. Just pulled over. Thank you, guys. And we have the battle right now. Now it's going to be Lutz and Ronafalk. Ronafalk has caught back up to Lutz. That's the battle for the final podium position with 150 remaining. Ty Tessmann, your leader at the moment, Bornhorst 2nd. And we got a battle for the final podium position. It is really a 3-way battle between Lutz, Ronafalk, and Rivkin. Rivkin right there in the picture. So if these guys start mixing it up, Rivkin's going to be there to capitalize on any of their mistakes. Mayfield 6.7 seconds back from Rivkin. Oh, David Ronafalk long jumps, and he lands on top of Lutz. That's going to hurt him there. Tries to get back in the racing line, and he slams on the brakes so that he does not run into Spencer Rivkin. So Rivkin, the man on a mission, trying to catch Lutz for that final podium spot. 1:12 remaining. It's Tessmann, your leader, Bornhorst 2nd, Ryan Lutz 3rd. On the screen right now, you're watching the battle for 3rd spot. We got Lutz going down the back straightaway, Rivkin right there behind him, Ronafalk not far behind them. That final podium spot, that's where we're watching the battle for. There's Rivkin and Ronafalk. Lutz with about a 1 second lead over those guys as they come up. It's 50, less than 1 minute. There's your leader, Ty Tessmann. He's going to go by. This is possibly his final lap. 42 seconds left. He could make it by for one more. I probably wouldn't. But Ty Tessmann, a true champion. He's out in front right now. Hot bodies, Proline rubber, OS engines, and Ty Tessmann hanging in there. This is his last lap, possibly. He could make it by the line for one more. On track with your leader. Rivkin had less than a half a second behind Lutz in that third spot. With 8 seconds left to go. 5, 4, and he is going to be... That's Ty Tessmann. That's time on the clock. He's guaranteed the win now. He's the only one on the final lap. We're doing a parade lap. Congratulations. All the way from Medicine Hat, Canada, Ty Tessmann. He's the winningest driver here, I believe, in Truggy history at the DNC. And he's on another win right here. Great drive. Bornhorst's going to finish with second. Oh, and a last lap maneuver. Rivkin's going to go by Lutz. He's going to take over third spot. So Rivkin on a mission. He gets by Ryan Lutz. He's going to get on the podium here at the Dirt Nitro Challenge. Wow, what an awesome race. Unfortunate for Ryan Mayfield. There's your winner, Ty Tessmann.
That's all it is. You are wrong. You should have seen Joe Bornhorst slamming the driver's dad in excitement for a second place finish. A great run for the techno of Joe Bornhorst, and Rivkin on the final lap, final corner, going to move up to the podium and finish in the third spot.
Wow, what an exciting finish. You're watching everybody come off. All the spectators come off right there. Great race here. Thank you to everybody that's joining in on their broadcast right now. We're going to go live to Aaron Waldron with his pit report right now. Here's Aaron Waldron.
Got Pro Truck winner here, Ty Tessmann. That's got to feel really good after Electric Buggy.
Yeah, it just feels really good. We had a sweet battle at the start, and then, I don't know, I just kind of fell behind, just trying to run clean laps, but it's not easy when you're pushing. And then it was the shortest 35 minutes of my life, and then the longest 10 last minutes. So, you know, it feels really good to win another Truggy, and just kind of redeem myself from Buggy.
It was a long, hard race, like you said. The first 35 minutes, you felt like you were just running out of time. You couldn't do enough, and then it all turned around as a stroke of luck. Had to have been a big swing of emotions.
Yeah, I'm trying to get second, and then all of a sudden I'm in first, and it just feels really good again.
That's 5 wins in the last 7 years in truck. Don't call it a dynasty?
I don't know.
Congratulations, Ty, on another win.
Thank you. I want to thank my sponsors, Hot Bodies, HPI Racing, Proline OS Engines. What else is there? Amen Hobbies. All those guys, if I forgot them, I'm sorry, but all those guys, and then my family, for most importantly. And then actually most importantly is my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Without him, I couldn't have done it.
8-scale Pro Truck champion again here in 2016, Ty Tessmann. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Finishing up second, holy cow, Joe Bornhorst, Techno RC. You were slamming the driver's side when you crossed the finish line. You got to be obviously super pumped.
I have no idea even what to say to you right now. I don't know what to think. I just got second in Nitro Challenge.
And happy birthday, Danny Lewis, right?
Right? Yeah, I don't know. My truck was awesome the entire time. My Proline tires were dialed. My OS engine was just screaming the entire time. I don't know what else to say right now. But
it looked like you just threw a ski rope around the rear wings of the other guys that you were racing with. As long as you stayed behind them, you could keep up.
Yeah, I tried to pace those guys. I knew that they were going to go that fast the entire time. So I knew if I could stay with them. So that's what I tried to do, and it worked out.
Excited? More excited now for tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going to sleep real good tonight.
Congratulations, Joe.
Thank you.
And Spencer Rivkin punching it hard throughout the race, coming back for a third place finish. Congratulations, dude.
Yeah, thanks, man. The track was insane the whole time this week. The Truggy's been working unbelievable. I had some stuff go wrong during qualifying, just, driver errors and just, stuff that's my fault. And then, working as a team, me, Brent, Cody, Dino Dan, Cavallari, all those guys working together to make this happen with the new RC8 T. And it's just incredible. And the car in the main was just awesome, man. You know, Dyno Dan worked his butt off watching the cars the whole week and just making the car. I couldn't have done it without, you know, the support from the team and you know, the opportunity that they gave me to run the truck this weekend, and you know, they put trust in me, and I think I showed them what was up.
Congratulations, Spencer.
Thanks, man.
As the top 3 finishers here in the Pro Truck Final, we're going to go back to the Team Associated broadcast booth in just a minute for our Saturday night wrap-up.
Well, there you have it there. That's Spencer Rivkin in the 3rd spot and Joe Bornhorst 2nd. And your winner, Ty Tessmann. All of those interviews, nice, cool, and calm. You see the excitement on each one of those drivers. Wow, what a race out here today. This is one more day of this. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today, watching liverc.com's broadcast of the 2016 Dirt Nitro Challenge. It's brought to you by A-Main Performance Hobbies and Team Associated. Awesome race today. Like Aaron, you just heard in that interview right there. Happy birthday, Daniel Lewis. He almost had 2 trucks on the podium, but a last lap pass right there by Spencer Rivkin on Ryan Letts puts him on the podium. And we just want to thank everybody for tuning in today. Please stick around. We're going to have our wrap-up report here shortly. And we're going to have a quick commercial break. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back with you.
Why do racers from around the world shop at AMA.com Performance Sports and Hobbies? Because winners and world champions shop with the best. To make it to the A-Main. Find out why we're the world's #1 source for the gear you need to make it to the podium. Join the race.
Feeling the need for speed? Log on to absolutehobbies.com. We stock more of the items you want and less of the items you don't. Most domestic orders ship same day for no extra charge. We carry a full line of nitro and electric RC cars, parts, and accessories, and we have a knowledgeable staff providing phone support from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on weekdays. Tired of waiting for your orders and being treated like a number in line? Make the switch to absolutehobbies.com today, and you will never shop anywhere else.
In the world of radio-controlled cars, only one company has dominated racing for more than 40 years. Team Associated has been building and racing the class-defining radio-controlled cars and trucks, resulting in 24 world championships. No other RC car company even comes close. So drive what the winners drive and get behind the wheel of a Team Associated radio-controlled car or truck and see what you've been missing. Check out Team Associated at rc10.com and join the winning team.
Proven products speak for themselves. JConcepts' reputation is built on the racetrack.
The track was pretty slick, and these things hook the dirt good, and all-around awesome tire. I've been super impressed, and you guys should check them out.
When it comes to longevity, high performance, and championship caliber results, choose JConcepts.
Check. We can get the AMA drivers of the races today from the 10th scale track and the 8th scale track to gather over behind the driver's stand. We will do the awards presentation coming up shortly. Bring your cars, bring your smiley faces, and come on over to the back of the driver's stand. We'll do the awards ceremony coming up next.
Welcome back to the Team Associated broadcast booth just outside Fear Farm RC Raceway here in Live RC. I'm Aaron Waldron here with Gary Guest.
How's it going?
After an incredible Pro Truck final, 45 minutes that played out like a Shakespearean tragedy. We had heartbreak, we had drama, and we had an incredible finish. Gary, that amazing.
It was. You know, I don't know what to say, man. Ryan Mayfield running out of gas. We were calling it here. We're like, uh-oh.
Yeah, watched him go by pit lane and like, that's going to be really bad. And less than 20 seconds later, he's out of gas and finishes fifth.
I know it. We thought, you know, hey, maybe he had a bunch of gas in his fuel gun. He's going to make it by for another one. That didn't happen. That's unfortunate. But, you know, this is Nitro racing, man. It's always going to end up at the end. Who's there? Look at Rivkin making a last lap pass on Lutz for the podium spot, and he was so happy.
Right.
That was I loved watching his interview, how he was saying, you know, with the team put their trust in me, and you know, and it's worked, and I'm glad I was able to perform and get on the podium. That's great of him.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of storylines to talk about here in this race, but absolutely the biggest one, you know, Ty Tessmann, he and Mayfield had a little bit of a scuffle in the Pro Electric buggy main. Tessmann's car, a little bit low on voltage there at the end of that race. Didn't have the chance to really battle Mayfield for the win, and then comes back here and, in typical Ty Tessmann fashion, was basically perfect.
It's interesting because we thought something had happened to his truck. He was having some trouble getting out of after the rollers. He was having a little bit of trouble jumping that double and getting away from there. Mayfield seemed to have a little more horsepower there. I almost thought for a little bit with Ty Tessmann's run, hey, wait a minute, I hope something's not wrong in this one too, you know. And, you know, he just hung in there. It's like you said, you know, the 35 minutes was so fast, but the last 10 was the longest one of my life.
Forever. And that was, I'm sure, very redeeming for him to come back here. You know, he thought he had the win wrapped up in electric buggy, but absolutely the most dominant person in a single class in Dirt Nitro Challenge history. He's won
How many wins is that?
5 of the last 7.
5 of the last 7 for Ty Tessmann.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Unbelievable streak.
And I don't know if you heard the story earlier. You probably already know this, but I was sharing this. I was talking to the Tessmann family earlier, and they were telling me when Ty was a young man, they really opened their hobby store up in Canada just so they would have another income so they can go racing full time. Ty homeschooled, he worked there, he sacrificed everything that he possibly could as a young man, and once he started becoming a pro racer and getting paid, they sold the hobby shop basically just to, hey, we need to free ourselves up. I mean, what an incredible story.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that everyone out there in the racing world really needs to know that. I mean, what a sacrifice. It's not just a silver platter for him.
And then it's his mom and dad down in pit lane. His dad catches the car.
Yep.
Leanne stuffs the Proline fuel stick in through the body, pulls the trigger,
Yeah.
dumps the tank full of fuel, and they practiced that at home. They executed their race strategy perfectly. They pitted on the right lap every time.
They're passionate. I mean, you see photos of them crying and hugging each other. I mean, man, what an incredible finish. Joe Bornhorst in the second spot.
No kidding. That's the big Cinderella story here. I mean, he was fourth qualifier, so it's not like it was a fluke.
Yep.
But, the first time he's made the podium in a huge major event like this, and he was up front the whole time. It's not like he limped into this or,
Right.
a couple of racers that were in front of him, Mayfield and Cavalieri, that were in that battle, both ran out of gas, but Bornhorst was there the entire time.
No, I agree with that. I was trying to look over here at his lap time on that last lap. His last lap, he got caught right there at a 45:09, only 9 seconds from getting on that last lap, and he had to pit. So that's
Right.
only the pit lap is about 5 seconds slower, 4 to 5 seconds slower. So really that's only 3 seconds off of being there.
And first everyone may have thought. I mean, I'm sure I was definitely thinking. I'm sure you thought too. If everyone else was going to go 9 and cut out an extra pit stop, was that going to be what doomed Joe? And in fact, that's probably what saved him.
I'm impressed that with the extra stop he just hung in there. He's so happy. That's so cool.
Yeah, just super thrilled. And like we said during that post-race interview, it's Techno RC founder and head honcho there, Danny Lewis's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, no kidding. Can't imagine. First it was Lutz last year, the runner-up finish at the Nationals. Now Bornhorst, a runner-up finish here at Nitro Challenge. And those guys are going to be super pumped. And if it wasn't Buggy Day tomorrow, they'd probably go out tonight and celebrate.
I know it. You know what I was thinking? Wow, what a great one. And then we got tomorrow to go yet.
No kidding. And, Rivkin finishing up third, gets probably unfairly gets roped into being called a primarily electric racer.
Yeah, and I'm even guilty of that. So if you're going to watch this, Spencer, I apologize.
He did start out racing Nitro, had an incredible amount of focus here for a 45-minute run, and worked his way up. He bumped up from the B, never gave up every lap here.
Yep.
Fought Ryan Lutz, who is a very well-seasoned Nitro racer over the last 10 years, and went toe-to-toe with Lutz and beat him for that final podium spot.
Yep, I talked to him a little bit before the B main, and he was like, "I'm just going to go out there and do my best." So he got the bump, or he's in the B and Truggy, right?
Yep.
And he got the bump all the way up to third spot. I mean, man.
Yeah, and Ryan Mayfield finishing up fifth. Oh, well, first of all, Lutz, had a chance at 2 Techno trucks on the podium, finishing fourth. He probably would have liked to be 0.4 of a second faster and beat Rivkin,
Yeah.
but the Techno guys got to be pumped for that. And then Ryan Mayfield, never give up attitude here in this main. Ran out of gas, super unfortunate, lost a lot of time.
I know it.
And then, fought his way back, was on the same lap, actually, as Rivkin and Lutz, and finished about 6 seconds behind that battle for the final podium spot. So a great comeback there for Mayfield, but you got to imagine that's going to light an extra fire under his feet for tomorrow.
And it's interesting, some of the early leaders, the only two not to flame out of the early leaders is going to be Ty Tessmann and Joe Bornhorst. They finished 1-2. Cavalieri was in the mix right there. He flames out too. He was way back. It's just, man, flame outs. Running out of fuel.
Yeah, fuel mileage. Fuel mileage was kind of a big deal all through qualifying. And
Yep.
people, our chat room was ablaze on Thursday and Friday. Like, how are people running out of gas in 7.5 minutes?
It's the wheel spin. The track was really polished. You heard, I think it was after the electric buggy when Ty Tessmann said, hey, this track takes a lot of power to get up the face of these jumps and to do stuff like that. So, you know what? At first we were saying with the Dirt Nitro Challenge layout, we were saying, it's easy, or look, this is going to make for great racing, and it did make for great racing, but in the end, you've heard it from out of their mouth. It takes a lot of power to get around this track, and that's what you expect here at the Dirt Nitro Challenge. All the little technical things that come into play as a pro racer, what are you going to do to come away with that win?
Yeah, it wasn't, the jumps aren't very big, which is what this race is typically known for, but the jumps are all out of corners. And like
Yep.
we saw that back double, some of the drivers, especially Tessmann earlier in the race, was having a little bit of problems getting over that. It's right out of a turn. So, it needed a lot of bottom end power, which means that you're really hard on the throttle, and that's what was using up a lot of fuel.
Yep.
And
Then,
then,
Ronafalk there finishing 6th.
Yeah, defending champion. Doesn't run Truggy at home a whole lot.
Right.
But
Must
came
be
back-
hard.
Yeah.
He's just a phenomenal driver.
Yep, came back out here and put it in the top 6, improving 4 spots on his starting position. You got to be happy about that.
Yep.
Cody King quietly working his way into a top 10 finish.
7th spot.
Yep. Ryan Cavalieri, we saw, I think it was twice that he ended up running out of gas there.
That I'm not sure.
Oh, it was definitely the one, and that was kind of a precursor to watching Mayfield do it a little bit later that Mayfield, he definitely stayed out past his pit window.
Mm-hmm.
I don't quite remember when it happened to Cavalieri, but unfortunately not able to challenge for the win after that. Tanner Denny making it into the Pro Truck A-Main here in his first year at the Nitro
Finishing
Challenge
9th.
with TLR. Yeah. And then
Good run for Tanner Denny.
Yep, and Mike Truggy improving 1 spot on his starting position, and his Mugen Seiki Racing debut finished 10th.
10th spot, Mike Truggy. He's really happy. I mean,
Yep.
Mike Truggy, kind of quiet here at this race, but he's really happy with his cars. Out of his own mouth, I'm an Arizona guy now, but out of his own mouth, he's telling us, hey, I have everything I need. I have OS engines, MKS servos. He's super happy with this package. Came in 10th here in Pro Truck. Another cool story, Colin Herzig.
Yeah.
With the Expert Truck A-Main win, and Colin, he was so happy. Didn't even know what to say in the interview. Good job, Colin.
Yeah, we've been calling him the Cody King B team.
Yeah.
Great friends with the former world champion, and like he said in this interview, owes a lot to the King family for all the support that they've given him over the last few years. Over winner.
Yep.
Congratulations to. I am totally blown out and forgetting who won the sportsman class.
Yeah, I'm blown out too, so
Yeah.
sorry about that.
Sorry about that, but huge congratulations to the sportsman class winner and everyone else that won the e-buggy classes today. We had an awesome Saturday, and we're hoping for an even more awesome Sunday. This is the 2016 Dirt Nitro Challenge, our Live RC coverage brought to you this weekend by A-Main Hobbies and Team Associated, makers of World Championship RC cars. Once again, he's Gary, I'm Aaron. We hope you enjoyed the show and that we'll see you in the morning for the final day of the 2016 Dirt Nitro Challenge.
See you tomorrow.
Why do racers from around the world shop at AMA.com Performance Sports and Hobbies? Because winners and world champions shop with the best. We have the hottest new racing kits on the market and the parts and accessories you need to make it to the A-Main. Your competitors already shop with us, shouldn't you? Find out why we're the world's #1 source for the gear you need to make it to the podium. Join the race. Log on to AMA.com today. AMA.com.
Feeling the need for speed? Log on to absolutehobbies.com. We stock more of the items you want and less of the items you don't. Most domestic orders ship same day for no extra charge. We carry a full line of Nitro and electric RC cars, parts, and accessories, and we have a knowledgeable staff providing phone support from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on weekdays. Tired of waiting for your orders and being treated like a number in line? Make the switch to absolutehobbies.com today, and you will never shop anywhere else.
of radio control cars, only one company has dominated racing for more than 40 years. Team Associated has been building and racing the class-defining radio control cars and trucks, resulting in 24 world championships. No other RC car company even comes close. So drive what the winners drive and get behind the wheel of a Team Associated radio control car or truck and see what you've been missing. Check out Team Associated at rc10.com and join the winning team.
Proven products speak for themselves. JConcepts' reputation is built on the racetrack.
The track was pretty slick, and these things hook the dirt good, and all around awesome tire. I've been super impressed, and you guys should check them out.
High performance and champion. Choose JConcepts.
Now, and that he does not answer Rivkin. So Rivkin, the man on a mission, trying to catch Lutz for that final podium spot. 1:12 remaining. It's Tessmann, your leader, Bornhorst second, Ryan Lutz third. On the screen right now, you're watching the battle for third spot. Your leader, Ty Tessmann. He's going to go by. This is possibly his final lap.